From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, May 24th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.08 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,252 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 2.5 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $2,364. Antiwar.com reports the U.S. has made a big deal of publicly opposing Kurdish independence in Iraq since the 2003 invasion and occupation of the country, but Defense Intelligence Agency Chief Lieutenant General Vincent Stewart says independence is a matter of not if, but when for the Kurds. The Kurds are, of course, planning a referendum towards independence in October, one which is likely to be overwhelmingly supported. Stewart, however, warns that successful independence hinges on the Kurdish leadership reaching an understanding with the Baghdad government. That's unlikely to happen as the Shiite-dominated central government is heavily dependent on oil revenue coming out of Kurdish territory and will almost certainly reject any effort to separate the Kurdish land so long as it means losing their oil. It's been expected that the war against the Islamic State could give way to yet another civil war in Iraq over Kurdistan. Direct U.S. armament of the Kurdish Peshmerga means they are now a very formidable fighting force and might believe they can secede outright even without Baghdad's blessing. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports rideshare company Uber said on Tuesday it will repay a number of drivers in the New York City area after it became known that they were underpaid for their work. In a review of the payroll, Uber acknowledged what amounts to a multi-million-dollar mistake. The company said it accidentally took too big of a cut out of drivers' income following a 2014 agreement. In a statement on Tuesday, Rachel Holt, Uber's chief of U.S. operations, said, "We are committed to paying every driver every penny they are owed, plus interest, as quickly as possible. We're working hard to regain driver trust, and that means being transparent, sticking to our word, and making the Uber experience better from end to end." Uber said the average amount returned to drivers will be about $900. All told, the error could cost the company about $45 million. Uber said tens of thousands of drivers were affected by the mistake. There are more than 50,000 Uber drivers in the New York City area. You can support FPP Radio by shopping online. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. That's shop.fppradio.com. Reuters reports a federal appeals court on Tuesday revived a Wikipedia lawsuit that challenges an NSA program of mass online surveillance and claims that the government unconstitutionally invades people's privacy rights. The Fourth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in Richmond, Virginia ruled 3-0 that the Wikimedia Foundation, which hosts the Wikipedia Online Encyclopedia, had a legal right to challenge the government's upstream surveillance program. The decision could make it easier for people to learn whether authorities have spied on them through upstream, which involves bulk searches of international communications within the Internet's backbone of cables, switches, and routers. Upstream's existence was revealed in leaks by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden in 2013. Lawyers for the Wikimedia Foundation and 8 other plaintiffs, including Amnesty International USA and Human Rights Watch, with more than 1 trillion international communications annually, argued the surveillance violated the right to privacy, free expression, and association. The DOJ countered that the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act had authorized upstream's review of communications between Americans and foreign targets. In October 2015, U.S. District Judge T.S. Ellis III in Baltimore dismissed the lawsuit, finding a lack of evidence that the NSA was conducting surveillance at full throttle. Writing for the appeals court panel, however, Circuit Judge Albert Diaz found nothing speculative about the Wikimedia Foundation's claims. Diaz said the NSA interception and copying of communication showed an invasion of a legally protected interest, the Fourth Amendment right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. Diaz said the Wikimedia Foundation could also pursue its First Amendment claims because it had self-censored some communications in response to the upstream surveillance. By a 2-1 vote, the same panel also ruled that the plaintiffs lack standing to challenge the NSA's alleged dragnet to intercept substantially all text-based communications to and from the United States while conducting upstream surveillance. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.